And yes, there are pillows literally on top of my couch. My mom tends to do that. But anyway, I'm not in my normal spot, mainly because my dog, my dog sleeps in my room, and he's sleeping, and quite frankly, I don't want to wake him up, because he's kind of a light sleeper. So I moved back into the living room, but the difference is I'm not in my normal spot in the living room because I'm still scared as balls in that area, so I am like a little bit further away, but I'm still in the living room in general. But anyway, sorry for the lateness, because, one, I slept late last night, and I woke up late today, and then I ate. I took dog needed to go bathroom, so I took care of him, and then, cleaned up, ate my lunch, anyway, and, yeah, I've been gaming recently, because, yesterday I started playing a game that, I actually have this game that I've had in my collection of games for a while, and I've never played it yet, so I was like, so basically, on Saturday, I actually finally decided to play the game, and, the game is The Wolf Among Us by Telltale Games. I've had it for a while, haven't played it yet, and it's been bugging the crap out of me because my boyfriend got it for me, so on Saturday, I started episode 1 of the game, because, the entire game, it's in, 5 episodes, so I did episode 1 on Saturday, and I did episodes 2 and 3, on Sunday. So I'm probably going to do episode 4 after this. But anyway, this is my reaction rant to Fear the Walking Dead, Season 2, Episode 2, titled We All Fall Down. And yes, unfortunately for me, I did not watch it again. This time it wasn't lately it hasn't been my fault, because, usually I would go to church on Sundays and all that stuff, but, my mom has this new work schedule, and she came home late, and me and my mom and her boyfriend went out for dinner. And by the time we finally went out for dinner, it was 8-something. And so, obviously, and usually it takes an hour to eat. So, we were done by 9-something. And so, by the time I got home, it was the show's already over. And like I said before in the previous videos, my apps, my AMC app, my CBS app, and my CW app, all 3 of them are for some oddball reason corrupted. I still have not fixed that. So I still haven't watched it. So this is based on what I've heard. I don't know what happened to my Walking Dead family. They were very silent on Sunday. Usually they are not silent, and it kind of scared the shit out of me, because I was like, where are they? Are they live? So I still haven't checked on them, so I'll probably check on it later. But yeah, Walking Dead family. Mad, Brett, Sophia, Kayla. Where are you? But anyway, this is what I got from others. Apparently from the last episode, from what I remember, there's this hostile ship that was approaching them. And so it pretty much continues from there. They're trying to shake off the pursuit from this unknown hostile ship. So apparently the group decides to dock their ship in a nearby island in order to hide, right? And Daniel and Ophelia decide to stay behind on the boat to keep an eye out. Not to keep an eye out, but I heard that Daniel and Ophelia decided to stay on the boat because they wanted to keep an eye on Strand, which I don't blame them, because Strand is kind of sketch. I mean, he was already sketch in Season 1 and Season 2. The first episode of Season 2 did not help with his sketchiness. So I'm not surprised that Daniel and Ophelia decided to stay behind to keep an eye on him. But it'd be good that they're, more than one person stays on the boat, because if they all left Strand on the freaking boat, can you imagine? Strand could easily just, everyone leaves and then Strand's still on the boat. He could just leave them all on the island. You know what I mean? He could just be like, they're on the island, fuck you guys, goodbye. You know what I mean? So at least keep more than one person on the ship with Strand, so he doesn't just take off with the ship while everyone else is stranded on an island. And if it's just one person staying with Strand, Strand could easily, it's Strand's boat. So Strand knows everything that's on the boat, so whatever's on the boat he could use and hurt that one person that stays with him. So it's good that at least 2 people are there with Strand. But anyway, Travis and the others, apparently they come across a house on the shore of the island. So Travis and the others are investigating the house, and it turns out it's being inhabited by a man named George and his family. Apparently, from what I heard, is George's wife, and from what I heard, I think 3 children. Because I know that they have 2 young children. From what I heard, that George and his wife have 2 young children, and then George has an older son, from what I heard. But anyway, like, that means, like, there's 5 of them in that house. But anyway, George pretty much informs Travis and that little group that came over that, you know, every major city on the West Coast, including San Diego, has been burned down by the military in order to contain the undead situation. And, the situation is, like, no better inland, right? So, their best bet is either coast or island, you know what I mean? So, yeah, Travis and the others hear about that. Like, every major city has been burned down and bombed by the military, including San Diego, where Strand said he was going to take them to San Diego, and they find out from George that San Diego is one of the major cities that got burned down. So, it's like, well, fuck, what are we going to do now, right? Because Strand said that he's going to take them all to San Diego, and George just said San Diego is one of the casualties. So, like, they're probably like, yeah, the place we're going to is not there. It's gone. But just that reminds me of the original Walking Dead, where all the major cities there have been, like, bombed down. Like, Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta was bombed down because it was a major city there in Georgia. So, kind of reminded me of that, which is a cool little, nod to the original from what happened. Of course, this kind of takes place around the time Rick was in his coma, so naturally that we get a first glimpse of this, you know? Because, you know, Rick was in a coma. And we didn't really get to see the military bomb everything because, hence, Rick woke up from his coma when all the bombing pretty much stopped. You know what I mean? Anyway, George also believes that, the undead outbreak is nature's way of culling humanity, and that apparently troubles Travis, which I don't blame him. It's like, it kind of reminds me of, Father Gabriel from the original Walking Dead. Like, Father Gabriel assumed the same thing, you know, the outbreak, you know, the walkers, the undead just coming around, and the apocalypse. Father Gabriel believed that was punishment from God, you know what I mean? So, in a way, George is kind of thinking the same way as Father Gabriel, if you think about it. If I'm wrong, you could put the bashing on the comment section. Yeah! I know I'm stupid, so you guys could just keep on the comments. I'm just going to be God. But anyway, the next morning, Travis and his family helped George with the daily tasks around the house, such as, you know, eliminating the walkers that end up washing up on the shore, and also building fences around the house, you know, to keep them out. So basically, Travis and the group that's there on the island are pretty much helping George and his family, right? Which is a cool thing, you know. We finally found a non-hostile family, like a non-hostile group, you know what I mean? Which is a good change from, you know, the hostile ship that's following their asses somewhere. But anyway, George's wife, for some oddball reason, from what I heard, George's wife privately requests something from Madison. Apparently, George's wife pretty much takes Madison with her and privately requests Madison to take her children with them when they leave the island. Which means, you know, the wife's like, hey, when you leave the island, can you take all 3 of my kids with you? Just leave me and my husband and just take my kids, right? And I'm not surprised that that'd be an oddball request. It's like, why would this woman... We're helping out here. We killed the walkers that are washing up on shore. We're helping them build a fence so the walkers don't get to them. And yet, this wife is so concerned about her children, she's sending all 3 of her kids off to complete strangers, but decides to stay behind with the husband. So, in my opinion, hearing that, I think maybe the wife might be hiding something, maybe about the husband, because she's like, maybe something's wrong with the husband, and she doesn't want her kids to be with the husband anymore, so she's telling, you know, Travis and them, take the kids, maybe for safety? Either she's doing that because she thinks the kids are going to be safer from the walkers with Travis and them instead of, you know, her and her husband, or maybe something's wrong with the husband, and she doesn't want her kids with the husband. I don't know. This is what I'm hearing anyway. This is my opinion from what I heard. This is my opinion on why George's wife privately requests Madison to take the children away and when they leave the island. That's my opinion. But anyway, I heard that Madison pretty much replays that request to Travis, and Travis, he's very reluctant to take them on. You know, Travis was reluctant to let anybody on the ship instead of him, his family, Strand, Daniel, and Ophelia already. He's already reluctant without everyone else, because Strand's already sketch. But anyway, meanwhile, back on the boat, Daniel apparently breaks into Strand's quarters and actually finds a submachine gun in Strand's quarters and also a map. And apparently the map shows where Strand's true destination was. Strand did not want to really go to San Diego. That was all a front. Apparently Strand's true destination was Mexico. He wants to go to Mexico. And he has a submachine gun. What the fuck? Like, obviously this map and the gun were already on the ship before Strand and Travis's group got on the ship. So it's like, what is Strand getting into? I mean, he had his home. He already had an escape route to his ship that's like docked off the shores of his home. He was so ready to leave his home already, even before the bombing started. And on his boat, he has a submachine gun and a map leading to Mexico. What was this guy into before the zombie apocalypse? What the fuck, Strand? I mean, when I heard that, I'm like, okay, Strand, you're getting even more sketch. I mean, in the first episode of Season 2, he wanted to leave his comfortable and secure house so quickly, even before the bombing started. And then you find out here in Episode 2, inside his quarters, he has a map leading to Mexico, and he has a submachine gun, so he leaves the house before the bombing even starts. So obviously he had this plan, and he made a false one of saying, I'm going to San Diego, which in honesty he's going to Mexico, and he has a submachine gun already on that boat. What the hell is Strand into, guys? What the hell is going on, yo? Oh my god. But anyway, I am running out of time. This is probably going to be a part 2 video. But yeah, tell me in the comment section, because Strand was already sketch in Season 1. We met him toward the end of Season 1, so yeah. But then he gets even more sketch in the first episode of Season 2. And the map to Mexico and the submachine gun? The fact that he lied saying, I want to go to San Diego, but his true destination was Mexico. He has a submachine gun already on the ship. So willing to leave the house, secure house, before the bombing starts. Something's wrong with Strand. Something's going on with Strand right now. Put in the comment section and think, what is Strand into? And does it even matter? Because it's a zombie apocalypse. Whatever you're into right now, it's an apocalypse. If it's like something like real world related, like, oh, I owe people money or gangsters money, that kind of doesn't matter anymore, considering, walkers are around, just saying. But put in the comment section what you think is going on with Strand, because him leaving his secure home way before the bombing even started, the fact that he had an escape route and his ship already ready to go, and the fact that he had a submachine gun on that ship already to go, and the fact that he lied about wanting to go to San Diego and instead wanting to go to Mexico? Tell me what's going on, guys. Tell me what you think of Strand's motives. I'll see you in the next video to finish this off. Bye.